Hello, this is the Jurassic Expert here, back with another video. Doing just kind of an older review, just for fun. Because I haven't really found anything like new or anything like that with Mattel lately. It's been a little dry. So I just thought might as well go back to where their line all started with the Wave 1 attack packs. For those of you that just weren't paying attention at the time, these were actually one of the first figures to come out from Mattel's line last year. These were being leaked out along with the superposable Indoraptor. And yeah, I was actually able to find these at a store and all of the Wave 1 figures at the first Walmart I went to, and I remember this day quite fondly. I found the gyrosphere, the remote controlled gyrosphere. I was really excited to find that. And then I was just walking around, went to a random, like where they have their random dinosaurs and all that, and there they were, a posable Indoraptor and all of the attack packs. So I have that day kind of engraved in my memory. And yeah, there's really no special occasion. Again, I just thought this would be a fun thing to look back on and review, give my thoughts on the first wave of figures, with comparisons from what Mattel has done in their later lines. So let's actually first take a look at the sculpt on the Dilophosaurus attack pack figure. This has a really nice sculpt. You could see they did texture out the crust there. They did texture out the teeth and all that. They even textured out the little frill that it has here. And they textured out like even the little creases for the rib cage and all that. And yeah, they textured out all the scales, pulled some wrinkles in the skin and all that. But yeah, and it even comes with like this little added accessory where it's just like the little poison or venom spitting out, and it's just a little peg on the inside of the mouth there, and you just peg that in and there you go. It looks like it's spitting poison venom. It should be poison. So yeah, articulation wise, you got two hinge joints on the Dilophosaurus. With mine, to prevent it from breaking and all that, it pretty much can go out that much. Both of them can go out about that much. They can fold back that much. It is a little bit hindered due to the body curving on one side more than the other. The arms can go up that much. That one is hindered by the frill there. And it can go back almost a full 360, but is hindered by the frill. Same situation with this one. It's hindered by the frill. But yeah. And the legs, wow, that leg is actually really hard to move. That leg could go up that much and back hardly at all. This has also been sitting in a hot car today, so I am especially cautious because I do not want to be breaking this. So it could go back around that much. So yeah, that is pretty much it for articulation with the Dilophosaurus. Now this one's paint is actually the taxidermy has the same paint of the Dilophosaurus. Taxidermy, I like to go with the theory that they're taxidermies. Some people think that they were just sculptures. I think of them as taxidermies. So yeah, so it has the same paint scheme as the taxidermy Dilophosaurus. They do have a nice kind of airbrush effect going on here. I know it wasn't actually airbrushed on because you could see like the little printing pattern. But yeah, they did nicely paint the eyes. The eye there, they did include a slit pupil along with a little bit of darker green shading, and they did paint a little bit of kind of a reddish orange on the crest. They did not paint the nails because these are the cheaper $10 figures. They did put additional striping on the end of the tail, which is a bit odd that it didn't go throughout the rest of the body. That would have been kind of nice. We got that. And they did not paint the backside of the frill because these are the $10 figures. There's still quite a bit of effort put into them, but just not as much as some of the other figures. And this one I found with all the Dilophosaurus figures, they tend to have trouble standing as they age. Of course, the magical force whenever I turn on the camera proves me wrong. There we go, yeah. So yeah, here is the Jurassic Facts code for the Dilophosaurus. And we're just going to compare him now while I could still get him to stand somewhat. So for your human comparison, here it is next to Owen Grady, and for the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, that is about right. For an actual adult Dilophosaurus, that is very small. And for your Dilophosaurus comparison, here it is next to a repaint of the same model. So yeah, there you go. And let's take a look at the Gallimimus, the second hardest. No, the first. This model is a pain to stand. For some reason, with all the Gallimimus I have, this is the only one that can stand. It's really weird. So pretty much with the arms, they could go. Let's go over articulation. The arm could go back that much and back that much. This arm could go around back that much, but is hindered by the leg, and back that much, also hindered by that leg. And this leg can go back that much and forward that much. So you get a fair bit of articulation with that leg for it being a little $10 figure. And you do get a nice motion around the leg that much and forward that much. Now, for the neck, there is a little hinge joint, so the neck can go down that much and forward that much. Yeah, and with the sculpt, there's one problem I have with this. It's just that the foot positioning is just so aggressive that a lot of the Gallimimus I have just don't stand for whatever reason. They just don't stand. I'll have them exact same foot positioning. Legs aren't warped. For some reason, this one stands, the other ones don't. It must be something to do with the weight. Maybe they put more plastic in the neck or something like that. It's just weird. So yeah, paint-wise, I do like the basic colors on this. It does remind me a lot of just a normal Gallimimus, that plain kind of light skin tone, with like the darker tan color. And yeah, they did even give it a little slit eye with a little bit of tan shading around it, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, otherwise with the sculpt and everything, this is a really nice figure. They did do a little bit of airbrushing down there. They did not bring it throughout the tail or the neck, but I can actually see why they didn't do that, just because tail is really short, not a whole lot to cover there. Same thing with the neck, really slim and all that. So here is the Jurassic Facts app code. Let's pause the video to scan that. And let's take a look at some comparisons for the Gallimimus. So for your human comparison, here it is next to Owen Grady. And yeah, that looks about right for a Gallimimus in that crouching running position. And for your Gallimimus attack pack comparison, here's the Gallimimus next to a warped necked legacy Gallimimus. It's what happens when you leave him in a bag in a hot car all day. So I'll probably need to get a hairdryer and some hot water later and fix that out. Now the legs are warped, so I am assuming that this, well, I don't even know, guys. There's some mystical force with the camera that pretty much prevents it from showing its flaws. I swear. Well, there you have it. They're the same, except this one's just a little bit warped. Just going to move those two out of the way. The Dimorphodon. So, yeah, let's just kind of take a look at the paint on this. So the paint is pretty decent. You get nice paint on the eyes. You can see that there's a pupil there. And you get like this nice shading around the mouth. You get paint for the teeth that's actually really nicely painted despite how small the teeth actually are. And they did paint the inside of the mouth. They did not paint the roof, however. But I mean, that's just kind of regular with attack packs. And they did do a little bit of a darker paint along the back. No paint on the tail, which makes it look a little weird when you're looking at it from like this angle. It's just like dark gray and then light gray with no transition at all. Same thing with the head here and the wings. But we do get a nice pattern on the underside of the wings, and we do get a nice pattern. No patterning on the other side, but that's okay. Overall, the paint on this figure does look bland, but it's like, with the Dimorphodon, I mean, it didn't exactly have a wide variety of colors in the film. I mean, from what we knew of at the time, it was just mainly gray. So yeah, at the time, this was kind of an accurate depiction, at least for me. Some of you are like, what is this dude talking about? So yeah, articulation though, this is at the time what blew, at least it blew me away, is how much articulation this little $10 figure had in comparison to most other dinosaur figures that were out around the same time that costed even more than $10 and had less articulation than this. So we get two hinges up at the wings, so the wings could go up that much, down that much, and there is a little swivel joint that allows for a full 360 rotation in both wings. There is a little hinge joint in the neck that allows the head to go down that much, up that much, and it could turn to the side that much, and turn to the side that much. The mouth can open that wide and close that much, and there is a hinge joint for the legs, so they could go back that much and forward that much. One thing I would really like for the articulation on this figure was if the wings were able to just kind of collapse in on itself and you would get a nice perched position. So if you want a perched position, it either looks like this or it looks something like this. So yeah, that's one thing I wish that Mattel took more thought into, was a perching position, not just a flying position. And here is the Jurassic Facts app code. Overall, with the sculpt though, I really love the sculpt on this figure. They got all the little fur-like details, the hair and or the feathers. I don't know what it would be. I'm pretty sure it would be hair or something like that. And they did like do all the veins and all that and the wings. They did sculpt out kind of the rib cage and all that to make it look like a really kind of brittle small animal. And they did even do sculpting on the very thin tail and even on the head and all that. So yeah, for your comparison, here is the Dimorphodon Wave 1 figure next to the Wave 2 figure Dimorphodon. And I guess also technically Wave 1. Technically all three of these are technically Wave 1 because this was released in the giant pack with Alan Grant. This was in like a 2-pack that was released either in Wave 1 or Wave 2 when Wave 1 or Wave 2 came out. I'm pretty sure it was Wave 1. So yeah, there you go. All the same sculpt, just different paint. And for your human comparison, here it is next to the mercenary. Enjoyed this video. Just a little bit of a throwback video, 1 year throwback video. So yeah, if you guys would like to see me review some of the older Mattel products, make sure to hit that like button. I probably will either way, but yeah. Anyway, as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I put up new videos like this one. And as always, dinosaurs might be older than you, but you are never too old for a dinosaur.